السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. معكم عبد الله عامر وحلقه جديده النهارده معانا من الكبسوله في الايلتس. النهارده معانا هند الخيال في فيديو رقم 10. النهارده الحمد لله بفضل الله وحده لا شريك له. النهارده الفيديو رقم 10 من سلسله الكبسوله في الايلتس، والسلسله دي بتهدف لاي حد عاوز يسافر ياخد منحه بره، يطور من نفسه، محتاج يهاجر، اي حاجه محتاج. طبعا حاجه مهمه جدا هي امتحان الايلتس. التوفل والايلتس من الحاجات يعني المطلوبين جدا 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 جدا، ويعني من ضمن الحاجات برضو صعب جدا ان انت تجيبهم بسبب ان الناس مش فاهمه يعني اصلا توفل او ايلتس. الامتحان دولت مش محتاجين منك اكتر من ان انت تظبط نفسك في تكنيكس معينه. الفيديوهات دي فور فري ليكم كلكم. احمد شوقي، هاو يو دوينج مان؟ مرحبا everybody. محمد علاء، هاو يو دوينج؟ جود تو سي يو. النهارده ان شاء الله معانا هند الخيال. وهند الخيال من الناس اللي ضربت اكتر يعني من مش مع يعني هم الاف الطلبه ما شاء الله، وبقى لها حوالي اكتر من 16 19 سنه في التدريس، من ضمنهم حوالي 6 7 سنين بس في الايلتس. ضربت اكتر من حوالي 2000 طالب، ومن الناس المجتهده جدا 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 في مجال التيتشنج ومجال الايلتس بالذات، ومن الناس المبدعه بمعنى الكلمه واللي انا بستخدمه على المستوى الشخصي. هند ان شاء الله النهارده هتكون معانا في الفيديو رقم 10. طبعا الفيديوهات اللي قبل كده اتكلمنا عن الاورينتيشن عن الايلتس، طبعا الفيديوهات كلها هتكون موجوده ان شاء الله في كومنتس. واتكلمنا باستفاضه عن الرايتنج، واتكلمنا باستفاضه عن السبيكينج وعن الريدنج. والنهارده ان شاء الله برضه هناخد حاجات مهمه جدا 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 باذن الله. We miss you too so much احمد. and عبد الرحمن، قلبي thank you so much. I miss you so much. احمد رفاعي thank you so much. النهارده الاول حد يتفرج علينا اول مره يكتب يعني رقم 1، واللي اتفرج علينا مرتين 2 3 4، واللي معانا على طول يكتب we love you guys. Hend, how are you doing?
I'm great, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Happy Friday. And I've just made a video with you that was Tuesday, so like 3 or 4 days or 3 days ago.
No, 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago.
Interesting. We have lots of people, by the way, watching us for the first time. So, good luck.
Yes. How's everyone? First of all, Huda, Hudu, Elkhayyal, Rasha. How's everyone? So glad to see you again. And I'm so happy that we're coming up to an end to this episode. Abdullah,
I'm sad actually. I'm sad, but you should plan for another series. By the way, I'm enjoying.
That's why you should ask me why am I happy for ending this episode.
Why are you happy?
Well, I'm so happy because many people are contacting us and saying that they got the best benefit out of it, and it's still helping a lot of people. Alhamdulillah, all thanks to Allah. It's still helping a lot of people through their IELTS test, and I really hope you guys spread the word. Do your best to share these videos with Abdullah Amir. We just do it for one sake, which is the sake of Allah, and for making our globe a better globe. Please do your best to share these videos and to spread the word. And whenever you see that it is beneficial, do not hesitate to spread the word among your friends.
You heard the lady. Go ahead and press the share button now, and share it for sure. Ahmed Shawqi, Jeff, everybody, you're welcome for sure. I'm so happy to be back.
So much.
Interesting. So I'm ready for today's lesson. And I've got many things from the past. So I'm so ready.
Okay, great. Did you sleep first of all?
I slept.
Did you sleep well? No.
I slept.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't show.
I'm sleepy. I slept. I slept 2 hours from 11 to 1 today.
That's too much, friend. Come on, show some mercy on yourself. Today, inshallah, we're going to talk about the reading section. And I know that most of the people here were asking, when are you coming to an end? When are you coming to this part that is scaring everyone? Which is the reading section.
Exactly.
Reading section won't be that freaking scary. Okay? Won't be that scary anymore. Conditioned that you follow these tips little by little. This is very important that you follow these steps. Too important. Okay? Once you start following them, I promise you that the reading section won't be as hard as you may think. Okay? Right. Today, inshallah, we're going to talk about the reading section. And as we know that there are two modules for the IELTS test. You have the general module, Abdullah,
and the academic.
And
the academic
module.
Yes.
For the reading section, no big difference between them both, except for number one. Mainly, the reading section is divided into 3 sections. okay, in both modules. For the general module, section 1 and section 2 reading, each one is divided into 2 passages. So we have passage 1, passage 2 for section 1. This is about the general module. Section 1, section 2, then passage 1 and passage 2 for section 1, passage 1 and passage 2 for section 2, and a whole passage for section 3. Okay?
So I have 5
those
passages then, total 5.
Yeah, total 5 passages for the general test. For the academic test, we'll have 3 passages, okay? Each passage won't be less than 2,700 words.
Wow.
2,700 words, yani almost 27 lines, which may cover 2 full pages, 2 full papers, okay? So that's quite much, isn't it? نفهم من كده ايه؟ نفهم من كده حاجة مهمة جدا. إنه reading here is totally different than reading in any other where. Reading a book is to read for pleasure. Reading a book is to read for fun and for understanding. Whereas reading in the IELTS is reading for many other purposes, including implementation. And when I say implementation, I mean that you read for a certain target, okay? I'm reading to get the use of this reading, to find information here and there. So this is quite assuring, by the way. لأنه some people think that the reading section is so scary. Once they look at the passage, they get the passage in their hand and they start reading it, and they find it too challenging for them to understand. Well, the good news is that you don't have to understand the passage. Okay? So this is quite assuring for many people. I know that. You know, reading passage is not mainly meant for understanding purposes, because it's testing other purposes, which is mainly okay, I think it's good now, which is mainly skimming, scanning, author's purposes, and other skills that we're going to talk about later on. Okay? طيب, تعالوا نشوف the duration. We are talking, Yanuna, about the reading. Okay? IELTS reading section. So let's talk about the duration of this test. Well, it takes an hour. Only an hour. Okay, Abdullah?
Okay.
متخيل 5 passages in an hour, or we can say 3 sections in an hour.
Okay.
So if we're going to divide these 60 minutes into 3 sections, then we'll give each one 20 minutes.
20
okay?
minutes. Cool.
20 minutes for each task. Is that okay?
That's
20,
perfect.
20. But since the third section is quite difficult and challenging for people, well, let me assume that it's better if you assign 18 minutes for section 1, 18 minutes for section 2, and 24 minutes for section 3.
It's awesome.
Therefore, you have to watch the watch.
Exactly.
Please
you have to practice a lot.
watch.
Seriously, practice a lot just to make it happen. It will not come like the first time. No, it comes by practicing.
Those students, Ya Abdullah, let me tell you something. Those students who are practicing for the first time in the reading section, they find it quite difficult to manage their time. Therefore, I'm telling you guys that managing your time is one of the essential skills that you should know. You must, I can't say should, you must master before you take your IELTS test. Other than that, you would be surprised of how time flies in the IELTS test.
Exactly.
Time really flies.
People say, oh my gosh, I have a whole hour, or like, full hour for the reading. It would be so freaking easy. Don't trust me, but please don't kid me now. It's so, time will pass like boom. Like really, leave the paper now. I'm not kidding. If you're not using time wisely, everything will pass like, bad.
Kaman, let me say something. Dividing the time, we said that section 1 may contain 2 passages. In that case,
Yes.
we'll have to give 9 minutes for each passage. So 9 minutes for passage 1, 9 minutes for passage 2, 9 minutes for passage 3, 9 minutes for passage 4, 24 minutes for passage 3, which is the last passage. Okay?
Okay.
Same
Okay.
for the academic test. As I said before, 18, 18, and 24. Okay?
Okay. So you said the first thing is you don't have to read the whole thing. There's something called skimming, scanning.
هتكلم حاضر.
Okay.
This is the most important thing to talk about, so don't worry about this. No, that's fine. It's a good question, ya Abdullah. It's a very good question from a very good student, one of the best students I've ever met in my life, in my whole life. So نخلي بالنا كمان إنه لما كنا we were talking about the listening section, I said that you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answer from the question paper to the answer sheet, whereas in the reading section, no extra time will be given. Therefore, you have to answer directly in your answer sheet. Okay? طيب القصة بقى الصعوبة جاية من فين؟ الصعوبة إنه what matters in this test. Okay? What matters in this test. Once I am as an IELTS examiner, what do I pay attention to while checking your answers? First of all, Abdullah, did you write down what's our topic today? Yes, you guys, but you only have to do
Yes.
to read the title.
No,
of
we
the
did.
test.
We did for sure. Trust
reading.
me.
IELTS reading. So you guys read. Oh.
Yeah, I don't sleep
You
much,
guys
but
have to
I will not forget this. Don't worry.
Okay. So, خليني أقول إنه what really matters in this test is, as I said before, number one, you have to practice time management. Okay? First time, you won't be able to finish the 5 tasks in an hour. This is a definite fact. Therefore, you have to keep on practicing, and then recording the time spent later on. You have to practice on spending less time every time you practice another passage. And by the way, let me tell you something. If you spend, or if you started reading at least 3 passages a day, 10 days before your exam, this would be a piece of cake during the test itself. It would be really easy for you to manage your time later on. 3 passages a day. 3 passages a day would make miracles. Okay? Okay, Mama is here.
But where?
Mama, are you watching me? I can't believe
Your
this.
mom?
Mama. Yeah.
Awesome. She has. Well, she got a Facebook.
Mama?
Wow.
Yeah, no, Mama's here. Laila is my mom.
Okay.
So, Mama, hi, Mama. I'm really pleased that you're watching me. مبسوطة جدا إنك تتفرجي علي. بحبك. May Allah bless you always, and all our mothers as well. Okay. So, يلا نكمل. هنتكلم النهارده على the most important skills that we should master. First of all, I said that you have to watch your time. This is one. Another one, which is the word limit. Word limit, as I said before, for the word limit given to you, you have to notice the directions that is given to you before you start reading. Word limit means that in the direction you will be given instructions like answer in 1 word, answer in 2 words, answer in not more than 2 words, not more than 3 words, for example. Okay? So you have to watch the word limit that is given to you in the directions, all right? In the instructions. And please, when they say 2 words, you cannot write 3 words. Otherwise, your answer will be wrong, even if the answer is correct, okay? And by the way, again, let me repeat. All the articles, a, and, the, are words. They are considered to be words. Digits are words, so number 1 is a word. Like number 2, I have to watch my punctuation and capitalization, Abdullah. So if I'm writing an address, a title of a book, the name, a day of the week,
No
a
person.
month, they must be capitalized. If you're writing an address, it must be capitalized. And please watch, I don't say should, I say must. There's a difference between should. Should is for advice. Must is for an obligation. So it's an obligation because if you didn't do it, then the whole score will be doomed. You guys will be doomed. I don't want you to be doomed. Okay?
Nice.
Also, what really matters is, as I said before, practice fast and smart reading. دي بقى نقطة مهمة جدا. يعني إيه fast and smart reading؟ دي محتاجة board. أشرحها, and I really wish that you guys can understand it.
It's flipped,
يعني,
huh? هي it's flipped. انت عارفه كده.
Yes. طيب نشوف يعني ايه what do I mean by the word skimming and scanning and why do I need to use wow. Who is this? Who is the genius?
Muhammad
Ahmed. Really? 8.5? So Muhammad, let me promise you to
he's my friend.
I'll have an interview with you, a live interview with you next week or during this week. Come on, you're booked. Okay, so again, let me say something. Skimming and scanning. What do I mean by this? Skimming is, again, I will draw, so you won't need my board to be perfectly clear. Is it okay now? I hope it's okay. Yeah? Is it fine? Great. So if the passage looks like this, here, a group of paragraphs, paragraph 1.
Hend, the connection is bad, I think.
Forgive me, please. So paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and paragraph 4. All right?
Okay.
These are 4 paragraphs, right?
Okay.
All I have to do is not to read this. As I said before, that some passages will reach up to 2,700 words, which is a very, very big word number, which means that if you started reading them, you would waste all your time in reading. Number 2, you would never, never be able to recall all the information that you read while reading the questions, right?
Okay.
Therefore, what should I do? I should follow another technique which is more beneficial, much more beneficial than reading the whole passage. Which is what? Which is number 1, skim the passage. What do I mean by skimming the passage? Skimming the passage means that I have to underline the main idea in every paragraph. Underline the main idea. So, and the main idea is usually found in the first sentence only, or sometimes first and second paragraph. Then after I read it, because that would be my main idea. You remember when we were talking about the writing section, I said that the proper academic writing must be following a certain technique, which is starting with the main idea, then the whole paragraph would be talking about the same thing, supporting details for the given main idea on the top. Therefore, I am telling you now that it's very important that you underline the main idea in every passage. So after you underline it, what should I do? Should I go and read the rest of the paragraph, Abdullah? Definitely not. What should I do? I just read the main idea, then write notes. What should I do? Write a note. What is it about? Don't write sentences. You just write notes. Take notes. The most important idea. What is it talking? For example, is it talking about the cork tree, for example? So I'm talking about the cork tree, and that's it. Cork tree. Number 2. Here, industry. Okay? Industry, for example. Number 3, we can talk about if there is a paragraph number 3, if its main idea, for example, is alternatives for the cork.
So you're like summing everything up, or like making a title for everything, just to give yourself, a chance to go back if you need and get something and come back.
Yes. To give yourself a chance to do what? To give yourself a chance to find the paragraph in which you think the question's clue word is there. Again, and the main target of what I'm doing is to know what is every paragraph talking about, so that when I refer back to my question and I circle the clue word in every question, and what I mean
yes,
clue word,
I was going to ask you this. What's clue word?
Yes, the clue word is the most important word in the question. What should I look for? What is the main word in this question? So, for example, Abdullah, when I say let me give you a sentence. The room was congested, or the street was congested with too many cars. So, where's the clue word here?
Congested.
Yeah, street, congested. Yes, so I have to look for this word. Oh, now another question. Would that be easy for me to find the word congested in the passage? Yalla, this question is for you and for our viewers, Ya Abdullah. Is it necessary to find the word congested in the paragraphs or in the passage?
To find it, you mean like to find out the meaning, or to find out, like,
To find it, to look it up and find it in the passage. Would that be easy? Is it necessary to find the same word in the passage?
maybe the meaning of it.
Excellent. They sometimes, and I won't be exaggerating if I said that it's most of the time.
Or the synonym.
Excellent. They use synonyms and antonyms that may be a bit confusing. Therefore, we have to learn a lot about the synonyms and antonyms before we start answering reading tests, okay? And again, while practicing, as Abdullah is always saying, your paper and your notebook in your hand.
Yes.
While practicing, please make sure, during this time while you're practicing for your test, make sure to take notes, learn antonyms, learn synonyms. As I said before, the sticky notes technique that I told you before, a word on the sticky note, stick them in front of you, make sure you keep on practicing these 5 words every day.
Yes.
By the end of the week, have a sum of 35 words. They are all fixed and stuck in your mind, okay? ما تودونيش بعيد. Let's come back again to the techniques of the reading.
Okay.
As I said before, one, you have to circle the main ideas in each paragraph. Then take note or write a note here in the margin of your question paper to say or to remind yourself what is the main idea. Is that all? Should I, is this all what I should do? No. There's another thing. You have to keep an eye on the days, dates, names. In case you found any of these in the whole passage, circle, don't forget.
Names, dates.
Names, days, and what?
Forgot.
أنا
Just-
استنى أشوف.
Just
ثانية واحدة.
okay.
I just need to know whether they're following me or not.
Okay.
Who can say, what did I say?
Who you should circle? What can you circle? Days, dates, names.
Yeah.
Yes. Doha.
Dates and days. Yes. Any relevant or important information that you may think you will be asked about. Okay?
Okay.
So this is very, very essential. Any important information that you may think is important. So if you have any names, days, dates, or any important information, all right? Or even years. Dates means years or days and months. Okay?
Okay.
After I do this, I'm done with the skimming. So skimming the passage is to go through the passage to find important information. And then I move to something else, which is the scanning. Scanning, by the way, this process won't take much of your time. Okay? What will take more time is here, which is step number 2. All I have to do is to go back to my questions, start reading the questions. Directions are very important. Word limit is important too. Okay? What should I do for the questions? Number 1, I should read the question carefully. Find a clue word to know what exactly should be looking for in the passage. Circle it, go back to the passage, try to find it. After you find it, here comes one of the most important tips. After you find it, please make sure, or its synonym definitely, you find it, or you find its synonym or its antonym. Kindly make sure that you read the whole sentence, and here comes the comprehension skill. Here, you have to understand the sentence very well.
I got you.
All right?
I got you.
So I don't understand the whole passage, Abdullah. All you have to do is to understand the what?
The main
to
idea.
understand the sentence, yes, and the sentence related to the question. Because, yeah, Abdullah, sometimes the questions are very tricky, and some words are too tricky, like words like, for example, most of them, whereas there it's some of them. Okay, so again, some confusing words you may encounter in this test. It's a little bit confusing and it's a little bit distracting as well. So you have to be very most, some, all, the majority of, minority of. Also, we can have like a big amount of, okay, a little, few, most, okay, and so on. These words are quite confusing and we have to notice them carefully. Put them into your mind so that whenever you read the question, you make sure you match the question and the sentence given in the passage, okay?
Okay.
So we circle the word, we start, after we read the sentence very carefully, then we start writing the answer. While writing the answer, what should I do? First of all, share the video. First of all, I have to watch my word limit, as I said before, my word count.
Can I say something regarding the word limit? If you haven't, like, reached, like, for example, 150 words, this will not count. And also, by the way, if you said, okay, or if you think like, okay, I'll write 160, 170, 180 to give you more, doesn't count as well. And you're wasting time, by the way. Am I right?
Well, yes, when it comes to the writing, it's a controversial issue. Focusing on the reading part, the reading part won't be more than 2 or 3 words, maximum 3 words. 2 words and the number, okay? So here in this part, actually what I want really to focus on is number 1, the word count matters. Number 2, as I said before, spelling count. So for example, if you want to write the word guide and you wrote G-I-D-E instead of G-U-I-D-E, then the answer would be wrong. Spelling matters. Number 3, as I said before, the grammar structure matters. So if the word in the plural form, for example, and you wrote it in the singular form, wrong. If it is present simple, and you wrote it in the past simple, wrong, and many others. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you have to watch grammar structure, spelling, word limit. What else? Another thing which is, يا عبد الله, أنا محضرة على فكرة, everything is here in the paper. Oh, reading the heading and the titles. كمان, before you start answering anything, there will be a heading for the passage. You have to read it just to know what is the passage about. Okay? Sometimes they have a title, other times you will be given a subtitle as well. So you need to read these so that you can get a faster and a quicker idea on what you're going to read about. Okay? طيب. Now I'm going to move to something else, Ya Abdullah. Now, ya Jama'ah, please watch out this technique that I talked to you about, the skimming and the scanning. You can't do the reading section unless you master these 2 skills. Skim means to go through the passage, take notes on the main idea of each paragraph, and scanning again, when you go to the question, try to find the clue words and run to the passage once more, finding there, reading the sentence carefully, understanding it by heart, and then you write down the answer in your answer sheet, not in the question table. Okay? وعلى فكرة يعني اللي أنا بقوله ده طبعا مش قرآن، لأنه في ناس كتير يا عبد الله think that reading the questions first is a little bit easier for them. Okay? في ناس من أنصار المدرسة دي ودايما بيقولوا إنه well, this is the best way to do the reading. Actually, it differs from one person to another.
Exactly.
Okay? So you guys have to try out both strategies. You either read the passage, take notes of the most important main ideas in each paragraph, and then refer back to the questions, or you read the questions, take circle the clue words, and refer to the passage once more. All right? So you have to try both ways in order to know which is easier for you. And by the way, you won't find out unless you do this yourself. I won't be able to tell you what to do and what not to do because this is your own skill, not mine. Okay? So you have to try both ways and find the better way for you. دلوقتي هتنقل معاكم لحاجة مهمة كمان which is yes, here we go. أنا قلت إنه الword form capitalization is very important. Underline the most important information you may know, reading the heading and then the titles. Practice fast and smart reading, which is أنا دلوقتي بعمل wrap up على فكرة. Practice fast and smart reading, which is skimming and scanning.
Exactly.
Right? Which is skimming and scanning, and we read not for pleasure, we read just for implementation. Word limit matters, spelling matters, and grammar matters. Okay? So now we're done with the techniques. Types of the questions that may come in the reading passage. Abdullah, let me please get enough of this episode, okay? And we'll move. Let's delay the types of the questions because
to take time.
Well, I have I have no problem with explaining these types of questions, but there are so many, and each one of them needs a lot of techniques to master. Therefore, I know that it will take a lot of time, and I don't want to spend a lot of time explaining them. Abdullah, do you mind if if you have time, we can do it throughout the week?
We can do it during the week. We can do it weekdays, no problems. I'll be very happy actually. I want to make this,
right,
like I'm enjoying, by the way, like the episodes.
Oh, thank you very much. I do enjoy these episodes too. So for now, I'm done with the reading skills, tips and strategies, okay? Try to implement them, try to work on them as fast as possible. Next time, inshallah, I'll make sure to explain all the types of the questions that you may encounter in the reading section and how to answer each one of them. And I will give you examples as well.
Yeah, let me kind of wrap it up. هند دلوقتي حاليا انا هتكلم بقى بسرعه. في الريدنج سيكشن قالت لك ان في اكاديميك وفي جنرال. الجنرال اعتقد بيكون في 5 passages صح ولا الثاني اللي فيه 5 صح؟
No, 3 sections.
3 sections.
1 and 2. Yes.
بالظبط كده. اما واحد فيهم بيكون فيه 3 passages والتاني بيكون فيه 5. مش تفرق. اهم حاجه دلوقتي ان الباسج الواحده، القطعه القراءه الواحده ممكن تاخد حوالي 2600 كلمه، يعني ممكن صفحتين كاملتين. الكلام ده كله طبعا بيخلص كله في ساعه. حوالي 60 سؤال صح يا هند؟ اعتقد 40 سؤال كله. 40 حلو جدا، يعني 16 و13 واعتقد و 14 في الاخر خالص. بتكلم فيه دلوقتي ان
فكرتني بحاجه حلوه يا عبد الله، حابه كمان اقولها معاك.
وليه؟ انا معاك.
Sorry to interrupt.
جو هيد، يلا انا بعمل راب اب، انت كلميني طبعا.
Great. في كمان حاجه ثانيه مهمه جدا، الناس ما بيعرفوش to calculate what is their score or band score. Well, let me for you saying whatever you get means which band. Okay, so out of 40, because there are 40 questions and this is for the general, not for the academic test.
Okay.
30 to 31 correct answers can give you band score 6. So again,
30 31
correct answers.
30 31 out of 40. Okay.
Yeah, that would give you band score 6. Okay. 34 to 35, that would give you band score 7.
Okay.
34, 35, which is very good news. 34 to 35 is very good news. So you can have like 6 mistakes and you can still get band score 7.
Exactly. That's awesome. That's awesome actually.
That's shooting for the stars. And finally, 37 to 38 correct answers would give you band score 8. Wow. So you can easily make 3 mistakes and with a full heart you don't get it out. Yeah. So this is it. يلا يا عبد الله continue rapping.
فحته ان انت تقعد ساعه كامله تحل 40 سؤال ومن 3-5 قطع. It's not an easy part. اهم حاجه البراكتسنج زي ما هند stressed in the beginning وقالت لك لازم تعمل براكتس ولازم تكون عندك تايم مانجمنت، يعني سكيل، بمعنى ان انت ما ينفعش تقول هخش الامتحان ومعايا ستوب واتش يا سيدي وهجيب ساعه حائط وساعه صدر كمان لو انت عاوز الموضوع فيه. لا، الموضوع كله محتاج ان انت تنظم وقتك وتحل كتير بحيث ان انت اوتوماتيكلي اصلا فيزيكلي تحس بالوقت، تعرف ان هنا في 20 دقيقه في 20 دقيقه في 20 دقيقه دي هنا 18 هنا 18 هنا 24. لازم تعرف تالوكيت، تخصص وقتك صح عشان تعرف تجيب the best out يعني this يعني سكيل. عاوز تقولي حاجه؟
Well, yes. يعني كده هياخدوا منك الساعه بره.
وما بياخدوا، ما فيش اي حاجه بياخدوها خالص؟
It's a privilege privilege. No.
ساعة.
It's a privilege that you won't be given. Yeah. ساعة, mobile, your wallet, your whatever you have. يعني whatever accessories you have.
سندوتشات أي حاجة.
أي حتى.
لو أنت شعرك طويل حطها في شعرك وخبيها يعني.
حتى سندوتشات.
الكلام برضه هي نونا معانا، هي نونا محمود برضه قالت حاول تقولوا نصايح معايا وراب اب معايا. طبعا انا بتقول يكون عندك كلمات، يا ريت يكون عندك كلمات كتير. يعني هند طبعا قالت يعني كلمه كل يوم او 5 كلمات كل يوم، حاجه جميله جدا. في الريدنج بالذات بقى حاول تقرا كتير جدا 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 في مواقع كتير. ما حدش يقول لي موقع، ما حدش يقول لي ماتيريال، ما حدش يقول لي الحاجات دي كلها. خش على النت هتلاقي ماتيريال بالعبيط. خش اكتب بس ايلتس ارتكلز، اكتب بس BBC ليرنينج انجلش، اكتب VOA NPR ايا كان ايلتس ريدنج باسجز، ايا كان الوضع. اقرا كتير كل يوم، عود نفسك على القراءه. طبعا في تكنيكس كتير جدا النهارده هند قالتها، اهمهم طبعا سكيمنج وسكاننج، وتعمل بارافريزنج هنا، وتعمل هنا مثلا تجيب الكونكلوجن وتعمل نوتس هنا. في ناس تقول لك بص انت اقرا كل حاجه وخد نوتس واعرف الدنيا ماشيه ازاي، بعد كده اقرا الاسئله. في ناس تقول لك لا خالص انت اعملها بالعكس، اقرا الاسئله واعرف الدنيا ماشيه ازاي، بعد كده خش جيب الامتحان. طبعا في حاجه اسمها سكيمنج وحاجه اسمها سكاننج. اتفضلي يا هند.
معلش في سؤال بتقول طب امال هعرف الوقت ازاي في الامتحان؟ Well, there will be a watch which is given. Yeah, there will be
يعني هاخدوا منك 2150 جنيه، مش هيجيبوا لك ساعه، هيشتروا ساعه كل واحد جوه يعني.
Yeah, so don't worry about the time. There will be a very clear clock that will be put in the exam hall. So don't worry about the time.
ومع اصلا البراكتسنج مع الممارسه يا هند، انت اصلا مش محتاجه ساعه، انت عارفه كل حاجه تاخد قد ايه، وتلاقي الموضوع عدى يعني في ثواني. سكيمنج وسكاننج، هند قالت حاجه رائعه جدا. السكيمنج والسكاننج، سكيمنج تاخد كل حاجه، وانا اسف يا ربي، بتجيب القطع كلها وبتبدا بسرعه تحدد بقى زي ما انت كده ايه، في اسم حد هنا، في سن حد هنا، في عنوان، في تاريخ، في الحاجات دي كلها مهمه جدا عشان تعرف تجيبها. واهم حاجه تجيب الكلمات اللي هي الايه، مش المجعلصه والكبيره، بس الكي ووردز بتاعت الباراجرافز بتاعت الحاجات دي كلها. السكاننج انت بقى بتخش تروح كده تجيب المعلومه من قلب السطور، بحيث ان مثلا انت عندك سؤال تروح رايح جايب المعلومه وتبدا تجيب الحل بتاعها عشان تحطها وتجيب درجه عاليه جدا 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 جدا. الريدنج من الحاجات اللي ممكن تضيعك لو انت ما عرفتش تستخدمها صح بمعنى الكلمه. كل سكيل مهمه جدا، وهو الريدنج كمان من الحاجات اللي تبقى سهله قوي على فكره لو انت في ماستر تكنيكس، ان انت تعرف تحل بسرعه. عليه مش listening فبالتالي مستني لغايه ما تلسن، ولا speaking فبالتالي محكوم بوقت، ولا writing فبالتالي محكوم بحاجات معينه وبتشخبط الحاجات دي كلها والسبيلنجز. الريدنج ممكن تجيب فيه درجه عاليه جدا، وزي ما قلت لك دلوقتي انت جبت من 30 ل 31 انت كده جبت 6، من 34 ل 35 بتجيب كده 7، من حتى من 35 ل 36 انت كده بتجيب، او 37 بتجيب كمان كده 8 which is something very cool. الامتحان مش فهلوه زي ما نونا بتقول خالص، ما بهزرش. الامتحان مش معنى ان انت بتختار اي حاجه خلاص. الورد ليميت حتى كمان ما تقولش انا هزود الكلمات من عندي او ازود الاجابه بحيث ان انا ايه اجيب اللي هو ايه العيار اللي ما يصيبش يدوش خالص. لو قال لك كلمه واحده اكتب كلمه واحده، كلمتين اكتب كلمتين. الكلمات مش لازم تكون نفس، يعني مش زي نظام الثانويه عندنا يقول لك ايه معنى الكلمه دي، تروح رايح جايب الكلمه دي وتشوف معناها. ممكن مش هي موجوده، ممكن يبقى فيها سينونيم او انتونيم او الشرح بتاعها. يعني ممكن يقول لك ايه زي ما قلت لك دلوقتي كلمه، اي كلمه ثانيه crowded، فوق هتلاقي مثلا full of people، مثلا there is no place. الحاجات دي كلها ممكن تلاقي معنى الكلمه مش الكلمه نفسها الموجوده، الشرح بتاعها. فانا انصح الناس كلها انها تحل كتير جدا 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 عشان تعرف تجيب درجه عاليه. نعم.
One last thing, please.
اتفضلي.
You allow me. Last thing, which is يا جماعة بقول please again don't panic if you found the question is a little bit challenging.
بالظبط.
You cannot go. Don't waste a lot of time. Skip it.
Skip
Make sure
it.
you
خش على
put a
طول.
mark. Skip it to the next question. Don't regret not answering it. And again, don't leave the question unattended. Have to get back to it once more. Okay? If you can guess the answer, let me tell you that the first guess is most probably the most correct answer. So do not hesitate to put any answer in case you are not so sure of the answer. And don't panic. Especially that, Ya Abdullah, in the reading section, كمان في a very nice technique that they are following in the British Council and in the IELTS. This test has a very nice technique for some questions, not all the questions. عشان محدش يقول لي الامتحان ما جاش زي ما انت قلت. Not all the questions. There's a nice technique which is the questions are usually arranged by order.
بالظبط.
Yes. The
Uh-huh.
question, not always, because
Not always.
عندنا مثلا type of question, like for example, match the question with the heading. Okay? Match the heading to the paragraphs.
من ارخم
أنا
الحاجات.
عارفة. Yeah. Some people believe that this is the most challenging question. But let me assure you, inshallah, next time I will give you a very, very nice tips in order to overcome this type of a question. Okay? بس خليني أقول تاني إنه in this type of a question طبعا they would never give you the questions by order. Otherwise, what's the point of giving such a question? ما ينفعش أقول لك رتب الفقرة على حسب الهيدنج أو على حسب العنوان ويديها لك مرتبة أكيد يعني. But for the rest of the questions, and this is quite assuring, well, most of the questions are coming by order, in order of the passages themselves, which is nice. Okay, but this is most, not all. Most of the questions. Okay.
Hend, thank you so much. يعني officially I'm saying it on air, the live video يعني. I will say it يعني privately برضه. Thank you so much for your time, for your efforts, for the way you give and the tips you give us. Seriously, this is so beneficial. Thank you so much. والله may Allah bless you. شباب الايلتس تاني انا مش هقول، محتاج منك ممارسة، والريدنج محتاج منك ممارسة اكتر. هند بتعمل اللي عليها وبتقول لك حبة تيبس كويسة، بس ده لا يمنع ان انت تقول خلاص اسمع كلام هند وبس ومش هحل او هعدي التكنيكس اللي تقولها بس. لا، حل وطبق وهتلاقي حاجات كتير جدا واقعه منك. وان شاء الله في اي حاجه ثانيه اكتبوها في سؤال وان شاء الله هند تجاوب عليها. جايز تاج وشير الناس كلها وحاولوا تشيروا الفيديوهات دي كلها عشان الناس كلها تستفيد. بمعنى الكلمه الفيديوز دي والشخص اللي قدامكم ده بيتكلم، مش انا طبعا، هند بالساعه وقته بالدولارز، فبالتالي الحاجات دي كلها فور فري ليكم، شيروها عشان الناس كلها تستفاد منها ان شاء الله. لو عايزين اي حاجه معاكم على طول باذن الله تعالى. جزاكم الله خيرا.
أنا آسفة معلش قبل ما نقفل الحلقة إنه this course will go down the drain if you guys do not practice these tips. Here what I'm doing is just I'm just filling the spoon and put it near your mouth. All you have to do is to open your mouth and take it in. Opening your mouth means practicing what I'm giving you. So you have to apply whatever you learn in these lessons. Please make sure you apply because as you said before, practice makes perfect. Wish you all the best إن شاء الله أسمع أخبار كويسة جدا in the very near future. People are getting very very high score bank, especially you guys.
لو حد عاوز ياخد الايلتس فالحق قبل يعني شهر 4. دلوقتي حاليا ب 2150 جنيه، دلوقتي بعد شهر 4 ب 2600 جنيه. التيكس تايم عشان تلاقي وقت. ومشكله كمان انت لو انت مزنوق ابوس ايدك ما تزنقش نفسك اكتر. بمعنى ان انت بتمتحن ممكن تاخد اسبوعين عشان تمتحن اصلا، وبعد 13 يوم عشان يجي لك اصلا النتيجه. ففي شهر على اللي بيضيع علشان تجيب النتيجه. فالشهر ده لو انت ما عملتش حسابه هتلاقي نفسك انت اتزنقت بعدها قبلها باسبوعين والحاجات دي كلها، وفي الاخر بيضيع عليك فرص كتير جدا كمنح، كفرص شغل، فرص هجره، فرص الحاجات دي كلها. حاول تجيبها ان شاء الله. جزاكم الله خيرا. نشوفكم ان شاء الله في وسط الاسبوع برضو، وهنكمل ان شاء الله برضو عن الريدنج مع هند الخيال. ثانك يو سو ماتش يا هند، ويراكم على خير.
Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.